The Seattle Kraken just dropped their 8th game of the season, a 5-1 loss to the Colorado Avalanche, and frankly, it was an uninspired affair. But losses tell us the most about a team, and we're learning plenty about Seattle, especially on defense, after this one. Let's dive in. Despite missing 14 games after suffering an injury in the season opener, Brandon Tanev returned last night in full force, fueling his team to a hot start against the Avs. And while he'd hit the crossbar and failed to score on his first shift of the game, he found vindication 6 minutes later by handing the Kraken an early lead. Along with Jared McKinnon and Alex Wennberg, his line controlled 90.7% of the total shot quality in the opening frame. They were easily Seattle's best attacking trio. And in this sequence, Tanev succeeds at what he does best, heading to the net and plowing down anybody who gets in his way. Structurally, this goal is a simple one. Alex Wennberg moves the puck up high to Vince Dunn, who shoots from the point in search of a screen, shot, or a rebound, and Dunn gets the latter. The puck misses Jared McCann, hitting the pads of Alexander Georgiev, and bounces into open Terry just to Georgiev's left. Now, according to NHL Edge, Georgiev has a .875 save percentage in that region of the ice, but the loose puck and lack of defensive presence make this play dangerous for any goaltender. And Brandon Tanev knows this. He beats Devon Toews, whose back is completely turned away from the net, sneaks up into the slot and puts the puck past Georgiev easily. Kudos to Jared McCann also on this play for busying Valeri Nichushkin long enough to keep that scoring chance open for Brandon Tanev. Something that we'll see Colorado exploit on their first 2 goals is the generosity of Seattle's defense in front of the net, not in a good way. Joey Daccord is an aggressive goaltender, which means he tends to stick towards the top of the paint to make saves, inching back into his crease as needed. In contrast, a deep goaltender would start in his crease and inch out as needed. The success of aggressive goaltending, given how much space is left behind the netminder, hinges upon the strength of the defensive pairing on the ice. Seattle runs a system that requires 2 defensemen posted at the top of the paint, ready to clear the crease of opponents or bar the goal from loose pucks. Here, Jamie Lexak normally wouldn't be considered too far out from his post had he not allowed Nathan McKinnon to sneak in behind him. On this play, he needs to either cut off the play by blocking the initial shot from the point or by covering McKinnon. Check him, use an active stick, do something. Alexiak decides to commit to neither, and when the puck trickles past him after the shot, he's not ready to help out Joey Daccord, who strays out to make the save but is quickly overwhelmed by bodies and rebounds. Mikko Rantanen's able to score with Joey Daccord fully on his back, and unsurprisingly, Daccord can't do anything from there. Defense has to play well enough to keep their goaltender in a position to help them. Defense is robbing Joey Daccord of his ability to play to his full potential, and when that happens, a team isn't giving themselves the best opportunity to get out a scoring chance unscathed. Ross Colton's goal, scored 14 minutes into the second period, is scored almost exactly the same as Rantanen's, even though it comes on the power play. And what does it say about a team's defense when an opposing offense's 5-on-5 attack is successful in exactly the same way that it is on the man advantage? It says the defense is playing prematurely disadvantaged. Once again, the initial shot comes from high in the zone, and Brian Dumoulin is positioned a little bit too high. When Devon Toews goes to shoot, Dumoulin actually moves the opposite direction and ends up leaving more room for Ross Colton to go for and succeed on the ensuing rebound. And it doesn't help that the Kraken lost the faceoff on this play either. Colorado scores 4 minutes into the third period to put themselves up by 2 goals, and to begin this play, the Kraken are stuck in their own zone. They'd struggled the entire night with zone exits, and it's not surprising to see Colorado end up capitalizing on one of those. There's some cycling preceding this play among Colorado's ranks thanks to some sharp passing and the smart use of space by the Avs, but for the most part, the Kraken actually do a good job of staying in their structure, however, almost to a fault. No effort is made to challenge Colorado's possession along the boards or to intercept a pass, and Colorado's free to move through the zone as they please. And because Colorado activates their defensemen so well into the attack, they're able to keep Seattle hemmed in for an extended period of time, wearing down the defense and opening up the opportunity for higher danger scoring chances. Bringing the defense up into the offense is exactly how Colorado finds success on this play. Cale Makar starts this sequence by shooting from just above the face-off circle, a pretty harmless shot on its own. It had only a 4.8% chance of scoring. Cale Makar then is able to reload and shoot again after receiving a pass from down low, but this time he moves towards the hash marks and inches closer into the paint because Brandon Tanev and Jared McCann had bunched up deep into the zone. And this time around, because Tanev and Jared McCann are caught puck watching, Colorado is able to score. It seemed like Colorado was set on scoring in every possible situation, and for their fourth goal of the night, they check another box by scoring on the rush. The importance of winning faceoffs in the defensive zone is obvious, but this play is a great example of how even winning faceoffs in the offensive zone can be considered a smart defensive play. Here, Matty Beniers loses a draw to Nathan MacKinnon, and the puck is sent back behind the net on Colorado's end of the ice. Colorado quickly moves the puck up and out of the zone to Mikko Rantanen, who's waiting at the center line. Beniers here is completely focused on Rantanen and is totally oblivious to a speeding away MacKinnon just behind him, and it's this ignorance, along with Adam Larsson's faulty positioning along the boards, which allows the Avs star to take advantage of empty space for a 2-on-1 with Jonathan Drouin. Vince Dunn is the lone defenseman standing between Decord and the rush against, and on this play he opts to intercept the pass from MacKinnon to Drouin, but he fails, and Drouin is set up perfectly to shoot the score 5 goal. Colorado finds their last goal of the night on a late 4-on-3 power play with Vince Dunn, Justin Schultz, and Jonathan Drouin in the box. Seattle really has no chance of stopping this play, especially given wider context of the state of the game at this point. Down 4 goals with 4 minutes left, things were looking bleak and the team knew it. Colorado took advantage of a bleeding out Kraken squad to score the simplest way possible, from the point through a screen. Cale Makar shoots straight at Decord, who's totally unable to see the shot behind Valeri Nichushkin, and because nobody's challenging Nichushkin, he's able to put himself in prime position to deflect the puck into the net. Once again, passive defense burns Seattle.